Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you ringsiders. How you all doing tonight? Great to have you all on the live. Share the live. Smash that emoji button, please, folks. Smash that emoji button. How you all doing tonight, good folks? Happy that all of you are here with us this evening. We come out of work for you, folks. Smash that emoji button. Share the damn live. How you folks in doing? Ring the bell one time for all of you joining us at home and abroad, in the diaspora and your local. How are you folks doing? How are you today? How is Thursday for you? You know you had the corner shop show, big head self. You know they had the corner shop show. Well, it's the PPP list for me. Here's the PPP list for me. Who didn't get lash? Here's who they had to lash. Let me know how you're feeling tonight. Let me know how you're feeling tonight. Peace and power. Good to have all of you on the broadcast, wherever you're joining us from. It's a privilege for us to be here with you another evening. We count it, good folks, nothing short of a privilege. We take it not for granted, and we're just happy and delighted to be here with all of you. How y'all doing this Thursday, folks? Jumbie Lash by the list in the PPP. My God, that's how them boys say they care to some of you. You didn't see it coming? Oh, FYI. For your information, folks. Jumbie Lash, we coming to that. You know, are some new political entities disintegrating? Do let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Are some new political entities disintegrating? I saw a spate of resignations overnight, quote unquote resignations. People do differently now. It used to be you take pen and paper and people take the time and write, "Dear sir, I'm fed up with y'all, I'm making a turn here." No, people do it. I'll show you how different they do it. Soon and very shortly, Margaret and Erwin and Christopher, Charlene, Sharon, and Mandy. How y'all doing, folks? That bring y'all in easy. I won't give you all whiplash, you see. I don't want to give you all whiplash at all. So I'm bringing you all in easy. Jagabats and trench crappos. Not a presser today. Yeah, I just watched it for the information value for y'all. I know some of y'all ain't got the stomach to watch the whole thing, and y'all depending on us. I want this to point y'all. You gotta flush them out. This election, 1st of September 2025, we're flushing them out in all the forms. Left, right, and center, we're flushing out. No retreat, no surrender. Who was friend and gone over way? Right? Catch you in a second. Catch us in a second. Some parties can make it until the second. I don't think so. Are some parties going to make it to the second? Christopher Chichester, Loretta Argyle, Deborah, Mark, Everell, Mandy, Maxine. How are you folks doing? Michelle said flush again. Michelle, you don't know. You ain't gonna ask me twice. Please and thank you. Get out your system. That's a purge, Eat some food from some people. It's not a meal, it's a purge. Peace and power. Welcome to all of you. As I said, I'm very, very conscious that I'm gonna bring some people in soft. Like, give myself some room, Give myself some room here. How y'all doing, good folks? Happy and delighted that all of y'all could be with us this evening. You wake up another day above ground. Better be thankful. You ain't got everything. You ain't got Lambo. You might just got a flambeau. God's in charge, and all shall be well. How y'all doing, good folks? I starting y'all light. I started y'all like, how y'all doing, my good folks? Good to have all of you here with us. I want to say a special good evening for all the folks there at Ithaca. How y'all doing? Had a fantastic time at Ithaca recently. A fantastic. Ithaca now to get the PPP a good flush. Ithaca knows how to do it. Where my Ithaca people, folks, the APNU had a fan out yesterday in Ithaca. I tell y'all, Ithaca know how to give the PPP a flush. And we ain't talking about playing cards. This election is a clean out flush. I ain't telling you our brand and all that. This election, flushing the system. Flushing. We flushing the PPP. We flushing Fin, Bin, whatever it is. We flushing everybody. No retreat, no surrender. We ain't taking no prisoners. If you can't stand the heat, good folks, well, I find you have to stay out the kitchen. One more time, flush. See the cap reflexive? How you folks are doing? So I want to say good evening. Tell you all a starting light. Let's ring the bell. All the folks in Ithaca, the Ithaca Posse, good to have all of you on the line. We had such a beautiful time in Ithaca yesterday. Met some beautiful folks. Folks, Lisa, I'm not welcome back. Let me do things right. I want to say good evening to, is there a Kenneth Franzen watching us? Is Kenneth Franzen watching us tonight, folks? Is Kenneth watching us? Kenneth Franzen from Ithaca. Pay some, hold on. For Ithaca. Let's ring the bell one time for Kenneth. That's for you, Kenneth. Is Kenneth watching us tonight? So happy and delighted for the hospitality of the folks from Ithaca. Yep. Peace-loving folks. Until the flush you. Want to say good night as well. Let me say good night to Diane Saul. Pace and power. Diane, ring the bell one time for the girl Diane. And then you got Colin Johnson as well from Ithaca. Ring the bell one time for Colin. And then listen to me. If my marriage break up, right? If my marriage break up, Siobhan, come to the front of the class. Siobhan Benjamin, come to the front of the class. If the marriage does not last, folks, Siobhan Benjamin in Ithaca, peace and power. We sending love to all the other folks in Ithaca tonight. Siobhan, Kenneth, Diane, Colin, and the thousands of the other residents there who made us feel so warm and welcome there yesterday afternoon. Peace and power to our folks from Ithaca. We appreciate and we love you folks. Thank you guys for all of the support. You made us feel right at home. I almost stayed longer than expected. So I'm sending, hold on. I'm sending special shout out to Siobhan Benjamin. Siobhan, who vex? just for Siobhan. I'm telling you all, who no, folks. Who no. Just for Siobhan, you know. Sometimes, you know, as the people say, you luck don't be everybody luck. Sometimes your luck don't be everybody luck. I think we got some other special things we could send. Well, look at the story now. Just for Siobhan. What happens in Ithaca stays in Ithaca. What happens in Ithaca stays in Ithaca. Who vex? How y'all doing tonight, folks? Tell me if you all saw that. Tell me if you all saw that. Karen and Cecilia and Mark and Mary, Siobhan, all the other folks joining us, Mary Lewis, June Cornett, Good to have all of you on the live tonight. Good folks, Brenda and Mark and Colburn. Tracy says, sure, you know you're able. That's right. Good to have you there. Charlene and Shelley. Shelley said, bam, bam. Gail and Vanetta, Godfrey, Lynette, and all the other folks. Naomi. Naomi says, Sherrod, hold on. Siobhan, a fan or member. Private member. Folks, good night to all of you. I see some folks say be careful. No, you only live once. Stop it. Give easy time. You only live once. You know they say, once is enough, folks, if you do it right. you only live once. So I said already, folks, thanks to the folks at Ithaca. And I bring you all in. We ain't got no confusion in this camp, you know. We ain't got no confusion in this camp. Mandy, Andy, Tessa, we ain't got no confusion in this camp, you know. The good folks at Ithaca. No confusion in this camp whatsoever. Love each and every one. You had a fantastic time, you know. I told the folks, when you're coming back to Ithaca next time, just come straight to the house. Don't play with me, straight to the house. It is what it is. straight to the house. Good to have all of you on with us. But that being said, folks, let's get down to serious things. Serious things. You know, there was a meeting today between the leader of the opposition, the leader of the APNU coalition, presidential candidate for the APNU coalition, led by himself and his prime ministerial candidate, Chirito Fernandez, and other members of the coalition, just today in the Carter Center. The Carter Center, we believe in free and fair elections, in elections free from fear. We don't believe that democracy begins and ends there alone with putting X on a piece of paper and putting a ballot. Because with these folks, the PPP and everybody else suspect this election, you gotta watch them. You hear me? You gotta watch them. No retreat, no surrender. Folks, you gotta watch. It's good to see, as I said, the presidential candidate for the APNU coalition, presidential candidate, Mr. Aubrey Norton, the prime ministerial candidate, Chirito Fernandez, and who could be one of our first and youngest, Vice President Ganesh Mahi Paul, Nima Flu Bess, and oh my God, all Riaz there too, and Royce Dale on the team as well. And thanks to the folks at the Carter Center for dropping by. Let's ring the bell one time for the folks at the Carter Center. Thank you guys for coming and coming early. We gotta watch these cats we got here. You know, you gotta watch them, folks. We gotta watch them. Thanks to the Carter Center again. Of course, Carter Center coming by. You discuss diplomatic things. You discuss things pertaining to the elections and such and so forth. You all know how we do it. Thank you, folks from the Carter Center. That's how, you know, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. Nobody biting nobody here, gun butting nobody here. We're ready for office day one. We're not finding ourselves, smelling we sweat, dabbling we foot a little bit in something over here, trying to create an impression. It's not about the likes and shares, folks. It's not about that. It's about having an understanding of the issues and how we're going to move this country forward with all the people, those that like you, those that despise you. You know, some friends we had, some friends we lost along the way. To all the kids in Ithaca, before we go further, who says, watch you? You know, granny, uncle, mommy's got to be watching. Good night to you too. Got to be on my best behavior now. Good night to all of the young ones who are watching us, politically inclined. Let there be more of you. Let there be more of you. So the politics is there, folks. The politics is right there. It's what it's all about. It's all this confusion and resignations and abusing out and gun butting and the whole line of it. It is what it's about. That being said, as we were, sound a little bit like what's his name there? I came in out. As we were in the West Coast, Babis. Yesterday, you may or may not know, we spoke with some cattle farmers. And that's one of the reasons why we didn't have a program last evening, because we were trying to get back to the city on time. We just couldn't do it. We want it to be safe and all of that. So I want to say a shout out to the courageous cattle farmers who said the PPP break every promise they ever made to them. Yep. The truth. They break some to you too. Some of y'all just shame to say it. They break a lot of promises with the people of this country. The cattle farmers spoke the mind. That is available on demand on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook channel as well. Folks, is it me or are we closing in on I think a couple thousands well now on our YouTube channel? We are at 28,500 on our YouTube channel. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed as yet to our YouTube channel, come on now. Come on now, please and thank you. And we are at 160,000 on our Facebook page at Credible Sources. Ensure you follow us at Credible Sources on the Facebook page too. Ensure that you like the page as well. You know, same thing for YouTube. Subscribe. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. And right now we got 2,700 of you watching us across social media. 1,500 of you on YouTube alone. 1,100 closing in and 1,300 on Facebook. Thank you guys so much. And again, thanks to the farmers, West Coast Bobbies, please and thank you, who came out, spoke the mind, then covered the face and hiding, you know. They said, look, we there. Nothing irregular. The lands go into friends, family and favorites. Didn't you guys hear them say that? They weren't cooks. They had a script in their own deliberate judgment. That's what they said. And we believe them. In their own deliberate judgment. Folks, what's happening in this country? What's happening in this country? You know, I'm happy we got a candidate. He ain't got all these things here. Somebody come to arrest. Somebody in WhatsApp, but, you know, pay how much ever. Deals being made, back room, side room, front room. You know, all the corruption that happening in the PPP. Y'all see what happening in this place? You're seeing what's going on in this country. Peace-loving people. Where's the PP for me? Confusion in the PPP camp. We told y'all after Domination Day, we had a good sense after the dust settled, where the lists are. We can know who is who. Some people got a tin list. Some people got a tin list. If you can attract quality people like a Sherrod Duncan to slate your problems, you're in trouble. Right? You're in trouble. Right? But I'm coming to list shortly. My Lord. Who let the dogs out? If I play it, we're going to get cited for copyright. So you got to enjoy my singing. Who let the dogs out? My God, what a political season it is. What a political season it is. With the resignations coming out of the wind camp. My God, we're going to circle back to this just now. Used to be that this politics thing. You had to work your way to the top. Some people coming in now as general secretary, you know. Some people coming in now as chairman of party, and just like that, you know, right? Just like that. It's what already said. Naomi, you jump off a roof and land on the ground. You jump off a roof, you land on the ground, you're party chairman. We can circle back to this. You jump off the roof and land on the ground. You want to lead a party. All right. I'm here with some of y'all. Folks, listen to me. I am telling you this. I will not be disappointed on the 2nd of December, on the 2nd of September. So far I'm thinking, I will not be disappointed. I will not. I will not. But listen, there's a Shakespeare novel I remember. reading many years ago. I think you teach it too. Those who have the tears, was that Mark Antony? Must prepare to shed them. September 2. I can laugh some people to scorn. I taking September 2 off. Remember, she come and said we're going to have the results election night. So September 2. I taking now. I just laughing some people to scorn. I said, look you. Some strategist you is. Some political leader, some party boss. You is. Look you. The second. Me, Sabi y'all, y'all chairman, and y'all general secretary. On the second, we focus on the campaign right now. Before we circle back to the dog, the big dog. My God. Politics 101. There are no coincidences in politics. Young people, listen to me. The young ones listening. There are no coincidences in politics. So last weekend, there was a team of persons led by the prime ministerial candidate for the APNU coalition, Twitter Finance. They went to the Cameroon region. I think it's Karawab. They have some challenges there. That is an indigenous settlement, reservation, and the Tusha refused entry to the persons who were there. Right? But this lady, Miss Shirley, from that area, she said, if you can bring the prime ministerial candidate and team to Karawab, then we can take Karawab to the prime minister, the prime ministerial team. You hear? And this lady single-handedly got votes for those folks at Karawab, made sure that everybody was safe, and took them out to meet the visiting team for the APNU coalition at a different location. She made sure that everything went well, and that meeting went on almost as per normal. Shirley Miguel. Her family said this death was too sudden. Too sudden. One day they said she get dengue. Next day she coughing up blood, kidney failure, heart failure, everything failure. There any coincidences? In that region, this is region 2. In that region, thanks to Shirley, the coalition, the APNU coalition, was beginning to make inroads there. Miss Shirley, even though you've gone on, we salute you as a general, and we salute your family who loaned you to us. Shirley Miguel. Any coincidences? She said, to show you and black, my people? No. You don't run things. You don't run things. Got those boats, carry those people. And they had a very, very successful meeting. Those people are thrilled today as they were then that they have one of their own. That is how they claim our colleague Judy Fernandez, an indigenous woman, studied, bright, you know. They said, finally, we have one of our own that could meet the second highest office in this nation. And they were so proud. Somebody didn't like that. Folks, somebody didn't like that. No coincidences in politics. And we're calling for a thorough investigation. A thorough investigation. We're watching to see, I think the autopsy is slated for Tuesday, what that reveals. No coincidence. You could tell me one time the people fighting you for bringing APNU into the community, and then suddenly the person meets their demise, and you want me to say something else or somewhere else and something like that? No. This election serious, folks. And I keep telling you all, these guys are not just going to roll over. They're coming at you with everything. Disinformation. They're coming with you with propaganda. They come with you with weapons blazing, literally. And the Wakirobia. They're involved in the dark arts as well. And to say the Wakirobia is to give Obia a bad name. They're involved in the black magic and the dark arts to get ahead. You gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. That's why I'm thankful for the work of the Lord Jesus Christ in my own life. Right? I am not ashamed, folks, of the gospel of Christ, for it's the power of God unto all who believed. Don't give me a while now. I set this thing off tonight, you know. Set it off tonight. And so our thoughts and prayers with her family. Our thoughts and prayers with her family, folks. We were grateful to have her, and she made an indelible mark and a great contribution. Shirley Miguel, thorough. There must be a thorough investigation. Thorough investigation. And let him go right. We start calling for FBI, fly the body out and everything. We understand the PPP, you know. Because just now they can tell me, oh, when you see Big Bell going in a black and red ram. Watch for it. We didn't see nothing. She'll go in the black and red ram. That's the last time we saw. Watch them. That's very good. We got to watch them. PP and the manifesto. So you tell me all of them things that was said at that campaign launch in Kitty. All them things they vetted. It's people just talking things off the top of their head. All of them have big promises. You mean all of them vetted? I mean, this country is an upside down country, you know. I thought when you mount that platform, it's because you actually have a platform of things that were already approved. You did your consultation, you're fired up and you're ready to go. But not them. Not them boys. They just launch, mount a set of stuff, and go and find out from the people afterwards. Y'all okay with this? This is madness. If you ever want an example of a cat before a horse, it's them boys. This is madness. You launch, you can, and then you go and consult. You know, what colors we should put the balloons? We should have put the balloons in. You don't like the stage? What about the lighting and the blackout? That's not how. But this is just for show and optics, you know. Money there, you see. Thieving up all the money in this country, the crooks that they are. So they hold something every single day as they've been doing to distract from the hardships, the high cost of living, and the crime in this country. But one of the things that stood out to me at this so-called consultation, right? This so-called consultation is the absence of the real people. The man in the street, the shopkeeper, the young entrepreneurs. I couldn't see any of them. You know, the people who were there, nothing against them. But the common man who has borne the brunt of the brutalization, the economic brutalization, couldn't see them there. Come again, PPP. Come again, PPP. Yeah. Some people say reel and come again, or wheel and come again, whichever is your preference. Wheel, reel and come again. Both all two. Both all two. So we saw that, folks, happening yesterday. Money got to spend. That little event must say $20 million, $25 million of your money that should have improved your salary. You got the back pain yet? You got it back pain yet? This is such a wicked government. Wicked government. Imagine as members of parliament, on the 4th day of the month, parliament is dissolved. These heartless freaks, they didn't even say, send a letter. They say, we come to the finish line. Thanks for being here with us. The first and only letter you get. Here the letter say, right? Parliament is dissolved on the 4th. You only get him pay up to the 4th. Okay, now, who does that? Like, who does that? Who does that? Right? If and defend dissolve Parliament on the 4th, and y'all only get him pay up to the 4th. Goodbye. You see, folks, money don't buy class, you know. It don't buy taste. You got a lot of people got money. A lot of mismatch, half skull. You know? And that's what we got here. Not even a little send off the civil. Thanks for being part of the 12th Parliament. We only pay you for 4 days. Goodbye. My God. So that was on one side of the tongue yesterday. Linden, how you feeling? I'm feeling for some people, Linden. We tell you all stay with the new coalition. Some y'all running all kind of place. People beating y'all head with gun. Yes, you understand me? Walking you out, they ain't showing you no love and no respect. I know some people didn't reeling today after we published incredible sources. What was actually on the list for truth? You see a lot of people get swear, you know. A lot of people get swear. I hear a little confusion in the PP camp. Confusion in the PP camp. That's what we're hearing. Total confunction nonsense. But if you mix with confusing people, what you expect things won't go right. Right? Where you get this confusion. So a lot of the PPP hardcore people in Linden, they make the list. Right? They make the list. Like I want to say boo. You know? Somebody said boo for me. Like I want to say boo. My God, a lot of them make the list. Y'all think y'all important. People work y'all for 5 years. They box y'all across the face like pirates. Right? They only pay y'all up to the 4th. Thank you. They only paying y'all up to the 4th. Thank you. So, one doctor, folks, I should be having my glasses on. Sheridan Murray. Sheridan said it was like a stab in the back. Gregory. My God. Gregory Harris. Doctors, you know. My God. Here on the list. And they're working this whole case out for the PPP. Linden got one person on the PPP top of list. Joseph. Mitz and Kim and Joseph and Sarah and Denise. Mitz. Ain't got one Linden now. For the people who love Linden. For the people who love Linden more than Deron. Right? For the people who love Linden more than Sharma Solomon. They ain't put one Lindener on the top of list, you know. It means that they can elevate themselves. But yeah, I hope the Lindeners understand what is happening. Right? Andrew Forsyth, how you feeling tonight? How you bad up for them? But look, story now. They faced a tongue clerk on Lindeners. And Darren them telling them every day, he unfit every I'm cognizant the kids watching us too. He unfit nothing. My God. He unfit nothing. But he got to Londoners. But for their national top list, the town clerk, Lennox Gasper. I hear he shame. He even want to show his face outside. And the people kick he so hard. Right? He even want to show his face outside. What about Keith Ferrier? Keith is not a bad John for them. He's not a bad John for them. Keith, y'all just good for muscles. Y'all just got to bully people. But for the top up list, and what about Aaron Wilson? Imagine he's a whole prime minister rep in Region 10, but he ain't got enough for list. He ain't got enough for list. Yeah, man. Shucks. Councilwoman Sanchi Ali. Sanchi get warm to you like God bite you. When Sanchi Ali make the list, you must know that really get it out for Linden. Jackie Bourne. Look how you push yourself, Jackie. Look how you choke yourself. And then you got another one here. Is it Matty? Matty Sampson? My God. I should be wearing my glasses. If I put it on, you can see all the reflection and the lights and it's not good. It's not good optics. Right? Racy and Ned at the agent stage. Racy and Ned. Like goodbye to you. You can't make national top of blitz, sir. Racy. And look at y'all going to work your soul case out. And then y'all going to fighting in them groups whole night. Right? Before y'all vote for people who actually care about you and the advancement in Linden. They ain't got one damn transformational project in Linden in 5 years. Nothing unfinished. The sports club unfinished. The synthetic track unfinished. The bridge, the just started, of course, the unfinished coalition project. Nothing. Left all y'all have the list. Is that what y'all worth? That is what y'all are worth? My God. My God. Y'all better rethink yourself. You better rethink yourself. We told y'all the list had a lot of shock. We also told y'all if we told y'all too much, right? Credible sources, no pun intended, right? Our credible sources are going to be exposed. So we have to give you all what you could ascribe to anybody in a particular WhatsApp chat. Right? And we know they're dropping some crumbs also to try and flush out the people who are giving us information. These people sitting right next to Jack Dio. Y'all. Right next to Jack Dio. Yeah. But I say that to say this. We don't just publish stuff, you know. In 5 years, come November, how many times y'all see the government put out anything, saying wrong information, propaganda? How many times y'all see them have to put anything like that for anything that we publish? We told y'all a lot of ministers weren't going back. If I start giving y'all some name now, folks, they can expose the people who are kind to us in this regard. We told y'all that 2 weeks ago. A lot of them not going back. And today, the ballhead, Jagabat, gave us the firmest indication that the information that we have in our possession is right. Joe Hamilton only got to call me, and he gonna know. He's gonna know what's up. You see? Kwame McCoy only got to call me, I tell him what's going down. You see? Agile, my Lord. Use the toss up. Use the toss up. Y'all don't give a call, but I want to see the source. But look what Linden here. Sheridan, Gregory, Andrew, Lennox, Keith, Oren, Sancha, Jackie, Racia, Matty. Y'all don't go for top of bliss. Y'all just go for walk like a donkey. That's what y'all fit for there. I feel it for y'all. I feel it for y'all. When I see this list here, all my feelings shake up. All my feelings shake up. Sidelined. Sideline like the Sideling Dam. My God. That was not the only one. Right? Jesus himself knock off Edgel's sons. You didn't see it. What kind of prophet is Edgel, man? Big long, is it called a mitre? Big long hat, and so on. Bishop and Pope and Archdeacon and all these big fancy things. You didn't see that? You see when you spirit clean, you pick up things. Right? You pick up things, you're clean spirited. Strike two. You know this big contention. They wanted to knock off Rubber Stamp. Right? He ain't doing nothing. They want to knock him off the thing. Of course, you got to balance it ethnically, right? Ethnically, they got to balance it. They want to balance it. So you got to look for somebody. You're not going to be gospel. What kind of clown show? More clown show is this? Yeah. So they say, well, Edgel, he was one of the persons chief on the short list, top of the short list. And then they say, now, if we switch out rubber stamp, it can make the thing look a kind of way. Yeah? But the folks I'm hearing close to Edgel say strike two. Because when you knock my son, John and Juan Jr., you knock me too. When you knock them, you knock me too. Right? No matter who, what in, what do you call it? Onage ministry and go invest and all of that. Right? Them boys, this how you know where you're there in a political structure. You're middle list and then you're ripe to be extracted. You could be MP working in the ministry. There's nothing precluding you. You can be MP, John, and you can work at Go Invest. Don't let it tell you otherwise. Right? If you're brown, stick around. But if you're otherwise, all right. That's what everybody's dealing now. Why think all these people here make a list? Yeah? You all don't have the political pedigree. That's what the PP is really telling you. John and Juan Jr., Sherlon, Dr. Maureen, Dr. Harris, Andrew Forsyth, Lennox Gaspar, Kit Farrier, Owen Wilson, Sandra Ali, Jackie Bourne, Rencia Ned, and Matty Sampson. Forgive me, I should wear my glasses. Pronunciations are off. I don't mean to disrespect anybody in that way by calling a name wrong. Right? That's what it really means. You're not yet of that ilk and silk. And of course, I gotta get space for James. It's the only time with he. Only time with he. Look, I don't know about y'all, but when I see some people in that red, with that PPP, whatever it is, just talking about this, me old skin growing. Guyanese gonna know. I can see some of y'all posting. What do you mean, your non-Guyanese spouse? What do you mean my skin growing? All right, we can say the dictionary. I just watched some of them in that red, my skin growing. Oh, foolish Galatians, who has bewitched you? My God. Some of y'all, well, if the edges are making the list, how did, my God, some of y'all really get bewitched, boy. Really get bewitched. And folks, as I did say, all right, the only two people certain is Hirfa and Big Head. Them is the only people certain. Right? The only people who certain. So one, you gotta spend some time. What the old hymn says? Sweet hour of prayer. Sweet hour of prayer that calls me from a world of care and bids me to the Father's throne to make all my wants and wishes known. My God. In times like this, you just need a hymn, to bring you through. You lash your sons and lash you. You waiting for strike three? In seasons of regrets and something, the hymn says, my soul has often found relief and oft escaped the tempter's snare. Farewell, I think it's like that. Yeah, you gotta get a sweet hour of prayer, brother. Sweet hour of prayer. And as I said, today you had the clearest indication. A lot of them are going back, He giving them ample warning. In all the nuances is ample warning. Who has an ear to hear?
You mentioned a reform of the government to ensure efficiency. Does this include new ministries? And you also spoke about the current cohort of ministers not guaranteeing a position in the next term.
Well, the president chooses the cabinet, and clearly you have to look at performance, in my view, performance, suitability, skill, people skill, a whole range of factors go into this. In terms of government efficiencies or efficiency, it doesn't necessarily mean the creation of new ministries, but it could result in that. But it's not our intention to grow the number of ministries. It is to ensure that work is done more effectively in a different way that may necessitate some reorganization along the lines of not just physical reorganization.
In all of that, he's saying some of them get the axe. That is the short of it. Some of them getting lash. Some of them getting lash. That's what it really mean. Are y'all walking like some donkeys? Eh? And perhaps them people, God forbid, who could be a minister, they're somewhere drinking right now, the foot up somewhere, and y'all walking like some donkeys. Y'all getting lash. Fools. Foolish Galatians. Well, I die. Hold on. Tell me your story first. I say I'm a farmer. Party has risen to heights before unknown. Right? Heights before unknown. I see the rollout. Jaipal Sharma. And some person from some other place. I don't know. Jaipal. Then I hear a story today. I'm waiting for the release from the AFC. Because I hear Jaipal name called. It's the same Jaipal. The same Jaipal who can be prime ministerial candidate for the AFC. Same Jaipal.
Jaipal Sharma rose from the dead, and he tried to get in touch with me. So came to see me. I was sitting in my office, wanted to see me, and I said, all right, let him come. And he said to me, you tell me what to do. And I said, I don't tell people what to do, because I was cautious about him going out there to say that I am asking him to come to the PP. So I said, you do whatever you feel is good for you.
Same Jaipal. So the man loved anything. See, this political season, I told you all a long time. I tell you all a long time. Ringside is, I tell you all a long time. If it's one thing you can be certain here, it's going to be me. I the right here. Then I tell you, but 5 years now, I ain't going to know it. I tell you all, it's 1,000% coalition. Right? Not coalition. What happened in PPP, right, is coalition. Right? Coalition, they can see story in this election. Folks, you ain't got this drama over here, When we like you, we like you. That's it. I tell you, I like you, I ain't going no place. Right? If it's one thing you can be certain of, you're going to be certain with me. So the dog is out, folks. We're about to get X-rated. Brace yourself. Right? We're about to get X-rated. Brace yourself. Yeah, the dog is out. Yeah, the spirit of resignation from the Win Party. Folks, I don't know how many of you didn't see this coming. You didn't know it was going to be eventful. Right? You didn't know. I want to see, like, if I could do a show Right? Even if it's like one show. I like to see Freddie, Doggy, Fata, and Critics. I want to see that. That's a show in my mind. Doggy, Fata, Freddie, Critics, and one other. 5-man show, no holds bar. I pay me for that. So, folks, a spate of resignations overnight. Overnight, we learned that the police went to arrest the win candidate. They said what? Collusion, allegedly, or is it? The allegation is, I think, thwarting the course of justice. Some of those high crimes and 40,000 policemen and vehicles descended, folks. I think in Providence, overnight, descended in Providence. Some of it. Late last night, they tell us, like thieves in the night, the police went into Providence looking to arrest the win candidate. Right? Forgive us if we finger all this drama. Forgive we if we didn't have all this drama. I bring you in from here. They went out to arrest the win. I mean, we probably boring by comparison. Bring all this action, you know. We know nobody that we sleep comfortable when the night come. We don't gun butt people. We don't cuss out people. You understand me? Jumbie Lash people from list and all of that. No. By comparison, we apologize. You know, some of you like your heart racing every day like that. So that was what took down at that's what went down at Win HQ overnight. So overnight, we saw one of the high officials from the party. He said, He said, I ain't want to scandal nobody. I ain't mean to take nobody. And so on. I'm talking about Versami Ramaya. And then we coming down to the, who is Doggy? He's the chairman, GS, General Secretary. He's another high official there. But Versami Ramaya overnight. So maybe you used to write a letter back in the day and say done. Or, you know, if you really got work politically, right? This is like martyrdom in politics. You expelled from a political party. You know, but no, that's I can't take another day.
I will not make an apology to anybody. Once I am right and once I'm speaking the truth, I will not apologize to nobody. A man's words should be respected. His way of doing things must be respected. And if people should live that way, thank you, Pago, then this world will be a better place. A few weeks ago, I have pledged my support to Mr. Mohammed, the Win Party. Well, now it's Win Party, but before we had no party. And I pledged my support because of the things that he was doing and still is to help people. And knowing that, which I also was doing this for years, over 40 years, in my little way of helping people, I believe that poor people should survive happily, that people should go to bed with a full belly. They should not go to bed on an empty stomach. And as a result of his work that he did, I admire that. But that is individual aspect where he goes there and he helps people out. But when he decided that he's going to form a political party, I pledged my support to him. And I don't want to antagonize nobody in his movement. Whether if they say ill things about me, that is all right. That is all right. I will live with that. I have thick skin. But tonight, without any apology, I will not continue and function in any political party. And I have my personal reason for saying that. Because I don't want to be a victim of people who is in the same movement.
Yep, so that was Dr. Veersamy Ramaya there saying, I out. I out. Big executive on that side. But folks, the one I thought I should have copied, you know, when I was expelled, when I had the privilege of being expelled, is this other executive from when? Because he went out. Brace yourself. Brace it over, folks. Comparison, but you see, we're ready for governance, and we understand for governance, you got a certain disposition, a certain attitude. You can't conduct yourself anyhow and misconduct yourself and all of that, folks. So here is this other resignation. My God, I thought looking at it, I should copy some of this, maybe.
That's right now. I'm tired. I don't want nobody call me. I don't want nobody saying nothing to me. I'm leaving the fucking win party officially. I'm fucking tired. I'm calling the shots. I'm paying people. I'm doing all of this. And you're gonna left me for fucking dead? It's a no for fucking me. I'm gonna join a party who got me. Real people. Do you understand me? I'm fucking tired of Mohammed. I'm tired of every fucking body. Fuck you.
Anybody pregnant yet? Oh my God. Can a man play with fire? Isn't that what the good book says? Can a man take fire into his bosom? Sorry, kids, I did tell y'all we can get a little racy. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art. It's politics. We got a month and a half to go. We got a month and a half to go. Good folks, a month and a half to go. My God. Come bless me now, my Savior. God have his mercy. Folks, the APNU coalition was in Ithaca yesterday. I apologize. We didn't convert anybody. I apologize. Nobody didn't resign in that high fashion. You know, we apologize, folks. We apologize. But we're preparing ourselves for office. We're preparing ourselves for governance. As the folks were in Ithaca yesterday, I saw a quick update from the leader of the APNU coalition, leader of the PNCR, the opposition leader, Mr. Aubrey Norton, a presidential candidate for the APNU coalition, about how nomination day went and how the campaign is going generally. And folks, we're wrapping up now. The closer. Nomination day in your mind went. Let's start there.
Extremely well. The fact that we could have been the first political party to be told in a very short time that we had everything correct and we had nothing to change, that in itself is indicative of the competence and the level of preparation we had.
Excellent. The list has gone through?
Yes, it has.
The APNU coalition is not one of those parties who got to do any major corrections or so on.
No.
You're here in Ithaca, West Coast, but what have residents been telling you? What you've been telling them?
Well, essentially, we just visiting. It's a place that I come to very regularly. It's an area when we in government that I was involved in a number of projects. The early childhood center, which I just visited, the basketball court and other projects that we were looking at. So I'm really just reconnecting with the people of Ithaca who I've been in contact with. If you go to my phone and you type in Ithaca, about like 20 names will come up.
Fertile ground here.
Yeah,
very
I've always
fertile
been
ground.
in Ithaca.
Excellent. Give us a quick sense of what's happening in the campaign, in the APNU coalition campaign.
Well, I would say we are warming up. We have everything in place. You know, we have a rally this Sunday at Melanie Demashana. I think we are proud that our people are coming voluntarily. We don't have to pay them anything. So there'll be no fights among AP and U people as it relates to payment. We have been rallying people based on our policies. We have made it very clear that we are putting the people of Guyana first. We always express the concern that our resources aren't meeting the people, and all our programs are structured in a way to ensure that in government, our resources will meet the people and we can take people out of poverty. What is critical is to give people a high quality life and create the conditions for them to come out of poverty, and that is our essential focus.
You've always talked about how the PPP has been copying the APNU coalition plans and programs. I see they're trying at a manifesto. You know, got some things that you've been talking about them.
The problem with them in the manifesto is that, you know, they expose their weaknesses when they do things like this. You're about to go to an election, and you are now saying you're having consultation on the manifesto. From the time I became leader in 2021, we began to move around the country, talk with people. We know where the problems are, what are the problems we had to solve. We also set up a technical team that was looking at the manifesto. And so long before the elections were called, we were ready for our manifesto. We had consulted across. We met the private sector at least twice since then. We have consulted with the people of Guyana. We have an idea as to what they want. I mean, I could tell you, for instance, in government, one of the things you have to do in Lodge, for instance, is to do the drainage in the area. It's the biggest problem. Here at Itika, we have had a long association with it. We recall that we were helping them in agriculture, and the PPP, in the very vindictive way, when they came into government, they took away all the equipment that was given to the people of Itika. Therefore, we will have to deal with that and place Itika back on a path for agricultural development. I've said in most of my interviews that I believe there should be sustainable agriculture in every community, in every region, and we work assiduously to ensure that we realize that objective.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
All right, that's how we do it. We don't run from the press, folks. We got the thing right there, ready to engage the press. You see, no drama, no gun butting people. No, we love people. You know, don't throw people on the bus and so on. We love people on this side. Ready for office. That's what we've been doing these past 5 years. Readying ourselves for office. Folks, big rally goes down on Sunday of next week. A big rally in Melanie on Sunday.
We ready, time to remove the curse.
The APNU Coalition campaign now moves to the east coast of Demerara, Melanie Village, on Sunday the 20th of July at the Melanie Shopping Plaza from 4 p.m. Come hear from our candidates. Come hear about our people-centered development strategy that puts people first. Come hear from our Prime Ministerial candidate, Jurita Fernandez, our presidential candidate, Aubrey C. Norton, and others on Sunday, July 20th from 4 p.m. The Melanie Shopping Plaza will vibrate with a people-powered campaign. APNU, putting people first.
All right, welcome back, folks. That's going to do it for us at this end. That's our time tonight, and that's our program. Share the damn live for us. Smash that emoji button. We had almost 5,000 of you on live. We got about 4-6 still on with us. Thank you guys so much. A little bit in the overtime tonight, but that's going to do it for us on this end. On the same note, we are going to end that East Coast rally on Sunday. See you there, folks. Be safe.
We ready, time to remove the curse.
The APNU Coalition campaign now moves to the east coast of Demerara, Melanie Village, on Sunday the 20th of July at the Melanie Shopping Plaza from 4 p.m. Come hear from our candidates. Come hear about our people-centered development strategy that puts people first. Come hear from our Prime Ministerial candidate, Jurita Fernandez, our presidential candidate, Aubrey C. Norton, and others on Sunday, July 20th from 4 p.m. The Melanie Shopping Plaza will vibrate with a people-powered campaign. APNU, putting people first.